So, have you ever stopped to really think about the air you're breathing right now? I mean, beyond just, is it stuffy in here or does it feel fresh?
It's something we take totally for granted, isn't it? We breathe constantly.
Mhm.
The actual quality, the invisible stuff in the air.
Exactly. What if that invisible stuff is affecting us way more deeply than we think? Our health, maybe even how quickly we age.
Well, that's a huge question, and it ties right into what we're looking at today.
Great. So, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into a really advanced air purification system and honestly, some pretty surprising claims about what it can do. Not just comfort, but fundamental health, deep sleep, even maybe slowing down aging.
Yeah, the sources we're using, one's called Air 6-Free Maze Purifier, 5-step process, and the other is the human paradise. Comfort, deep sleep, and slower aging. They present a really compelling picture. It goes way beyond standard air filters.
Okay, so our mission here is to unpack this. How is this idea of ultra clean air being linked to better well being, amazing sleep, and yeah, that big one, slower aging?
Yeah.
Get ready for maybe a few aha moments that definitely go beyond just changing your filter. Okay, let's unpack this then. Starting with the tech itself, right? This Air 6-Free Maze Purifier. It promises not just clean air, but ultra clean air. What's so different about its approach? How does it stand out?
Well, the core difference is really its complexity and thoroughness. It's not just one filter doing one job. It's this detailed 5-step process. Each stage builds on the previous one, aiming to tackle pretty much everything.
5 steps. Okay, sounds comprehensive. So walk us through it. How does the air start its journey in the system? Step 1.
Right. Step 1, air first enters what they call a primary negative ionization chamber. So things like viruses, bacteria, tiny nanoparticles, they all get an electrical charge.
Ah, like static electricity.
Sort of, yeah. That charge makes them much easier to grab onto later. Then the air immediately passes through a HEPA pre-filter. This first stage gets rid of the bigger stuff, PM 2.5 particles, dust, pollen, even microplastics.
Okay, the usual suspects.
Yes, but here's a key point. It also starts neutralizing VOCs, those chemical fumes and other toxins, without needing activated carbon, which is interesting.
Okay, no carbon needed at this stage, so it's already doing a lot. What's next? Step 2.
So step 2 involves more negative ionization, a secondary chamber. It might sound redundant, but it's about hitting anything that got through the first round, neutralizing more pathogens, and really breaking down chemical toxins at the molecular level. It's basically prepping the air for the main trapping stage.
Refining the process. Okay, so after all this charging and neutralizing, how does it actually get rid of these particles for good?
That's step 3. The electrostatic dust collection maze box. All those charged particles we talked about, they get drawn into this box with multiple electrostatic plates. Think of it like powerful magnets for pollution. And the source emphasizes they're permanently locked there. So ultrafine pollutants, bacteria, viruses, they get stuck and supposedly can't get back out into the air. It aims to completely eliminate the source of contamination.
Permanently locked. That's a strong claim. So it's not just filtering, it's imprisoning the pollutants.
Yeah.
But you mentioned a maze earlier. What's the maze effect in step 4?
Right. Step 4 is pretty ingenious. It's called the maze effect, or forced multi-angle filtration. Imagine forcing the air through this really complex path with lots of sharp, sudden turns.
Okay.
Nanoparticles, because they're so incredibly tiny but still have some mass, they just can't make those sharp turns with the airflow. They have inertia. So when the air whips around a corner, they basically fly straight ahead and crash into the maze walls.
Like they can't corner fast enough.
Exactly. And those walls are positively charged, remember. So bam, they hit the wall, get stuck, captured, locked away. The source puts it nicely. Every turn is a trap, ensuring nothing escapes. It's physics working with electrostatics.
Every turn is a trap. Huh. That really does paint a picture. So after running this whole gauntlet, ionization, pre-filter, more ionization, electrostatic box, maze, what comes out the other end? Step 5.
Yes, step 5 is the final release. Only the air that's made it through all that gets out. And this air meets what they call the 6-free standard.
6-free standard. Okay, what does that mean? What are the 6 freedoms?
It means the air is certified as dust-free, germ-free, toxin-free, smoke-free, odor-free, and heavy metal-free. Basically stripped of almost everything you wouldn't want to breathe. Ultra clean.
Okay, now it gets really interesting because 6-free, that's a huge claim. That sounds fundamentally different from, the air in my office right now. So if the air is that pure, what do the sources say are the immediate benefits for us, for our bodies? What does breathing this stuff actually do?
Well, the sources link it directly to things like enhanced mental clarity, feeling less tired, so reduced fatigue, and support for organ vitality. The idea is, by removing this constant barrage of pollutants, you're creating, and I quote, the safest environment for the human body.
Right. So your body isn't constantly fighting stuff off.
Exactly. It can use that energy for, well, optimal function and maybe even repair instead of defense, reducing that silent everyday biological stress load.
Okay, that makes intuitive sense. Less fighting, more thriving. Let's pivot now. From the purifier tech to this bigger idea, the human paradise. This isn't just about the machine, it's about a whole chamber using this air. What's the experience like? What are the first things people notice, and how does it apparently get deeper?
Right. So the master, the person behind this concept, lays out 3 levels of benefit. It starts with comfort, which is kind of obvious, but then moves into something much more significant for health and even aging.
Level 1 is comfort. Okay, tell me about that. How is it described, and why is it just the beginning?
Yeah, level 1. Comfort is only the surface. People's first reaction is apparently, wow, it's so quiet, so clean, but you sleep great in there. And they do. It's airtight, so no noise, no smells. Temperature, humidity, perfectly controlled.
Like a sensory deprivation tank almost.
Maybe a gentle version. Users say it feels like being wrapped in a soft, protective cocoon. And physiologically, you naturally relax, your breathing smooths out, brainwaves calm down, you drift off easily. But yeah, the master insists this comfort, however nice, is just the beginning.
Okay, just the beginning. That definitely hooks you. If that's just the surface, what's the next level down? The mid-level benefit?
Yeah, it would be level 2. Deep sleep is the mid-level benefit.
Yeah.
And this is where people report really noticeable, almost life-changing differences. Things like falling asleep way faster, not waking up during the night anymore, having fewer intense dreams, and waking up feeling much clearer, sharper, mentally stable.
Okay, why? What's the explanation for that dramatic shift in sleep quality?
The core reason given is that you're sleeping, and I'm quoting again, perhaps for the first time in air that is free from toxins, irritants, and allergens. And crucially, this isn't just called good sleep. It's specifically termed deep cellular repair sleep.
Cellular repair sleep, that sounds significant, not just resting, but actually repairing on a deep level. What's supposedly happening in the body then?
Well, during this type of sleep, the body's natural automatic repair mechanisms are said to kick into high gear. Your immune response gets enhanced. And critically, there's supposedly less buildup of free radicals and other, molecular signals of aging.
Wow.
The source frames it quite powerfully. Every night's sleep becomes a daily longevity treatment. Because the body isn't fighting the air, it can finally focus completely on repair and maintenance. It gets a chance to catch up, basically.
A daily longevity treatment. Okay, that's a bold statement, but apparently there's still another level. Beyond even deep repair sleep, what's the ultimate priceless core benefit, according to this master?
Yes. Level 3. Slower aging is the true priceless core. This is the really big idea. The master's core insight flips the script. It's not about sleeping well, it's about aging slowly.
Whoa, okay. How? What's the mechanism proposed for that?
The argument is that aging, or at least accelerated aging, isn't just genetic destiny. It's heavily influenced by the long-term accumulation of toxins in our bodies, combined with our cells gradually losing their ability to bounce back, to repair themselves.
So the air we breathe is constantly adding to this toxic load, wearing us down over time, even if we don't notice it day to day.
That's exactly the premise. The source points to specific culprits often found indoors. VOCs, acetic gases, artificial fragrances, mold spores, even those ultrafine PM0.1 particles. Constant exposure, even at low levels, puts a continuous strain on the body.
Okay.
Over time, this supposedly overwhelms our natural detox and repair systems. The result, according to this view, we age faster, get sick more easily, maybe even live shorter lives than we otherwise could.
That's a sobering thought, considering how much time we spend indoors. So what's the proposed solution within this human paradise? How does it counteract or reverse this?
The concept is actually quite simple in principle. Spend your sleeping hours, say 8 to 12 hours a day, inside this Air 6-free environment. By doing that, you give your body a crucial window, a break.
A break from the assault.
Yes. A chance to detoxify, restore itself, and rejuvenate naturally, without the constant influx of airborne irritants and toxins. The master is quoted saying, "This is not theory. This is what the master has proven through lived experience." It's about providing that protected time for the body's inherent healing capabilities to function optimally.
Right, an environmental intervention, not a supplement or drug. So stepping back, what does this framework imply for how we should think about health, aging, and our environment? It feels like a major shift.
Absolutely. It positions the human paradise as essentially a chamber for preserving youth. It really challenges conventional anti-aging strategies. The source contrasts it directly with spending money on creams, treatments, supplements.
Saying none of that compares.
Pretty much. Says none of it compares to spending your nights in ultra-clean air because it reframes the problem.
Oh, so.
It suggests we might be focusing too much on adding things to the body when the real issue might be removing the things that are harming it. There are these great lines. Youth isn't something you add, it's something you protect. And another one, real wellness doesn't come from more, it comes from less toxins.
Less toxins. Huh. So the human paradise is framed as what was it, a reversal chamber?
Exactly, a personal time reversal chamber.
Yeah.
The idea is that by removing those environmental aging accelerator, you allow the body to maintain its youthful functions for longer.
And there was a final piece of bonus wisdom mentioned, something about oxygen and feeling at ease.
Yes, that ties it together. It says, close the door, turn on the air system, no oxygen shortage. You sleep in peace and naturally feel more at ease.
Yeah.
It emphasizes it's not about being sealed off unnaturally. It's protection. Intelligent design for deep healing. The point is, if oxygen is stable and the toxins are gone, the body can finally enter a state where it genuinely slows down the aging process. That's the ultimate promise. Protection-enabled regeneration.
Wow. Okay, so we've gone from the nuts and bolts of a 5-step purifier through the idea of deep cellular repair sleep, all the way to this pretty radical concept of slowing aging in a human paradise. It definitely reframes air quality from just comfort to potentially a really fun mental health intervention.
And that master's conclusion really drives it home. The true value of the human paradise isn't just comfort, nor simply sleep. It's that from this point on, you age more slowly, get sick less, and stay youthful longer. This is not a lounge, it's a reversal chamber. You're not buying comfort, you're buying back your time.
Buying back your time. That's quite something. So here's the final thought for you, the listener. How might thinking about the invisible things in your environment, like the actual quality of the air you breathe for hours every day, change how you approach your own long-term health, and maybe even how you think about aging itself? Definitely gives you something to mull over next time you're just breathing.